Hey guys, welcome to Thursday. This is day 7. This is Northbrook GP. I almost ran into the back of that guy, and these guys, because they didn't get clipped in, hit the brakes. But this was a beautiful day. It was still pretty dang warm and hot and sticky, and the field was pretty tired. But this was my easiest day of racing. I averaged, as we saw at the first card, 222 watts, 222 watts, which for me is like the easy zone 2 ride. I normalized 274, which was my lowest normalized power for the entire 10-day grid series, but we did 25.9 miles an hour, and so I think that is partially the course. Even though we have this really sharp hairpin coming up, we'll kind of walk through the course here in a second. Today I was really just trying to ride efficient. I kind of felt that the breakaways wouldn't happen. There was one breakaway attempt mid-race, but I just didn't feel that, seeing these guys all race, we don't quite have the weekend warriors out yet. And sorry for this video coming out after Elgin. I pulled it off the Insta 360 at the wrong point. But yeah, so this is Northbrook. I've raced here, it's my 3rd or 4th time. I really like this course. It is a weird 4-corner crit, but it's not like any other 4-corner on the planet. So we're actually coming into the last corner here. Wind, I don't remember it being an issue of any kind today. There was some thunderstorms. You can kind of see some crazy clouds up ahead, but there were some pretty big thunderstorms just south of us, and luckily that missed us. And so in the Cat 2 race, the men's, they had a tiny bit of sprinkles. There was one crash actually right there. But otherwise, pretty great day of racing. So we're coming onto the front straightaway here, and we have this feels slightly downhill. Maybe it's maybe a few feet of elevation. The highest point is that top of the course, kind of the most northern point. But we come down this. Usually there is a big acceleration into here. This is corner 1. The bricks are pretty smooth, no big deal. I love this outside line. Sometimes they don't block all this off. This year they did, but you can kind of ride onto this asphalt here left and take this corner super fast. You can easily go 2-3 wide through this corner. You can pedal through the whole thing basically at any speed. Now we're onto the back stretch, and there's a bridge about halfway down this that you kind of gain a tiny bit of altitude to, but it's immaterial. It's 2-3 feet. So, but the most distinguishing feature on this course is this hairpin coming up, and the speed limit for this hairpin is about, if you have the full thing to yourself, probably 21, maybe 23 if you're really feeling it, but mostly it's about 18 miles an hour. So I would often leave pretty good sized gaps going into it because people love to hit their brakes in Cat 4 because they're scared to go around corners, and then just kind of coast into the back, and then on the backside try to do minimum amount of power on the backside. So not even hitting 400 watts, accelerating back up to our 25 race pace, and as I said, 25.9 was our average. So pretty quick race actually, 25.9. That's about as fast as a Cat 4 race will go. So pretty good. But this race was actually kind of boring. We'll skip ahead kind of all the way to the end. There was one mid-race breakaway attempt, but it didn't really go anywhere, and I was in the back anyways. And so pretty much I'm sitting back here. If you guys want to watch the full race, it's on the channel. Go see that if you want to see the whole thing, but otherwise I'm going to skip ahead quite a bit. Alright, so we have skipped about halfway through this race. We are going through the hairpin section, so this would be the back straight. If we're using Indianapolis 500 terms, this is the back straight into the short chute, even though this short chute is longer than 2 other of the main straight and the other short chute. Anywho, the guy in the pink bike just kind of came to the inside, flew wide, and that's not how you take that line, because now he's probably doing 1,000 watts to get back on. Instead, you kind of do what I do. Go smooth, off the power early, don't hit the brakes too hard, coast, catch your breath, and do a 400 watt seated effort out, and you're back up to speed in the draft. This road's always weird. I always feel there's a lot of wind on this road. It feels kind of quirky. Again, I don't remember if there was any wind on this day. It wasn't big enough to remember or be of any note, but it was kind of interesting. So what I want to show here is how you actually move up at Northbrook, and there's 2 lines. So here's the outside line. So you can pedal all the way through this full power, and you can go, this guy on the right here, he has another 5 feet to the curb, and so you can pedal all the way through that and carry out a ton of speed down into this front straightaway. And this front straightaway isn't straight, it actually curves quite a bit, so you can kind of pinch people off against the barriers here on the right. Into corner 1, there's start finish. Into corner 1, super wide, and this is a great place. Accelerate here, pedal, 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 outside line. I'm doing less than 200 watts right now, and I could have made up what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 to 9 to maybe even 10 positions had I just put the power down this whole way around. And you can see the guys on the inside are still pedaling. We're doing above 25 miles an hour. Again, our average is 25.9. So that's one way to move up in Northbrook. It's a great way. That's my favorite line, is the outside of corner 1, outside of corner 2. Or there's this on the left. So they see that guy, giant watts. I can't imagine what he just did. But when the field sits up on the back stretch about halfway through the race, and it always happens when the field gets a little tired, breakaway guys did the breakaways and they got caught, the field will sit up going into the hairpin, and the inside line becomes a primo going into the hairpin, and you can make up 25, 30 spots, not even pedaling, just because everyone else is hitting the brakes. So here's the outside line of the hairpin. That's how you do it. Don't be scared of getting on the curb. Use the curb as like a kind of a berm. You can kind of put some body weight into it and it'll shoot you out. It's a lot of fun. But that's a lap of how to get around Northbrook and make passes efficiently. All right, guys. This has been the easiest video of my life to edit. This is only the third cut I've used, because this race was kind of just super chill, super safe. The field, when they kind of lose their edge, they're not very fast. But this is also a great place to move up. Sometimes this outside line would open up, and I'm about to do something that I didn't plan on doing. And so the field slows down. I'm doing 30, but big watts. They didn't slow down. I decided to put some effort in. And I just wanted to see what it would be like here at the front. And then I get the bright idea. I don't know where the hell this came from. I'm just going to send it with 1.5 laps to go. I've been chilling all race, take a nice fast line, and just do some power. We're over 1100 watts. It was a nice little dig. You can see I kind of gapped those guys off the back. I look backwards, and then at this point, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I was just having some fun. I was tired of the races coming down to a field sprint. I wanted to see if I could get off the front and send it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send it YOLO. Solo cause YOLO, or YOLO cause solo. But here's what this allows you to do, is you can take really smooth lines. So look how wide I'm going, carrying 31 miles an hour through that corner. I'm doing 600 something watts. This hurt. This is why my normalized power is 274. My average is 222. Was chilling all race. I'm already in the hurt locker. Heart rate's at 183, so we're still at the top of threshold. So we're not quite popped yet, but pretty fatigued at this point. So I don't think my heart rate was actually going to get near max. If I was still fresh, or hadn't raced the previous few days, especially Elgin yesterday, not Elgin, what was the day before? Brookfield the day before, I probably would have done pretty good, but this heat was starting to wear on me, I think. This is one of those days where it was beautiful, but also, 100 degrees dew point. So we're on the back stretch here into the hairpin. I have a bit of gap. I think I got about 3 to 5 seconds on the field. In hindsight, being 2020, favorite, cycling thing, had I launched this into corner 1, I could have sustained it all the way to the finish. And that's probably what I should have done. So we're gonna look in between my legs here, under my arms. So 2.5 second gap. So the guys behind me, I still put down 800 watts, pretty good acceleration. We're still doing 500 plus, 27. Hopefully we get some more speed here, 26. I think there was a tiny bit of headwind here, maybe. Maybe that's where the wind was coming from, headwind out of the north or whatever. But I'm still doing some pretty good power numbers. I'm pretty happy looking backwards and seeing all this. This guy accelerates, catches me, and at this point I'm just disheartened. I'm like, damn, I was caught. I wanted to roll in solo. Had I done this off corner 1, I would have made this. But field catches me. I kind of run it wide. I don't want to get in the way of these guys. They have a lot more speed and power on me. I end up rolling in 23rd. This completely screwed up my Omnium chances, but I wanted to have fun and race bikes and not just roll it in again for, I guess it would have been another podium, but which would have been cool. But I wanted to try something different. Rolled in, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Again, 23rd out of like 50 something. Lake Bluff and Elgin coming out soon. Thanks for watching so much. Enjoy your, go race your bike or do something cool. Bye.